Hey guys, welcome to applediaries.com. I'm Mariah. Welcome to my Heal Thyself channel where I'm discussing health and detoxification and how to heal thyself. So here I am in my car again. Seems to be the best place to make videos since I still don't have a living room, or the place I'm living in is half finished. So I just want to do a life update. Since I haven't been online as much, I've been focusing on the garden, been focusing on outdoor life. I'm just loving where I'm living. I've spotted just outside my door in the little oxbows there, turtles. There's turtles. I've seen a muskrat, or maybe it was a beaver. I've seen ducks, crane. It's incredible. I'm hearing all these sounds that I've missed since I was a child, like the frogs at night, listening to just all the various birds. It's just so nice to be back in nature. So that's basically it. We're just focusing on farmers markets and, growing some amazing produce. You should definitely check out Oxbow Flats Farm if you want a weekly veggie box, or if you just want to come down and pick up a box whenever it suits you. The farm is located just in the Okanagan and the Oliver area. It's just an amazing place. Anyways, I wanted to talk about detoxification symptoms and what to expect when you get on the road to health, because it seems I have spoken of this before, but a lot of people aren't that clear, and so I wanted to have a video that I could just send to people I've been speaking with through consultations, so they can just get an idea of what to do or not to do and what to expect. You see, when we change our diet, even if it's just a small change, which I usually recommend when somebody begins the road towards health and healing, if they have time, to just pick a couple items like that we go through what their diet consists of, and we pick a couple items that are likely the most harmful foods, the most mucus forming foods that they're eating, and we eliminate one or two of those items every couple months. Now, when this happens and the body gets a little more digestive rest, or receives more hydrating foods in place of it, or the body may go into a little bit of an elimination mode, a little bit of a detoxification. Now, a lot of people that I speak with, they say, well, I started eating a lot cleaner, a lot healthier, and now I'm feeling worse. And that is so common, and it's to be expected. And unfortunately, it's something that we just have to go through. Now a lot of people are like, well, what can I take? What can I do to lessen the symptoms? Now, the symptoms can vary from person to person. I mean, I've had one individual who began feeling, quite dizzy, and off balance. And this is generally just an indication of like stagnation, lymphatic stagnation from head to toe. And the body sends you signals through symptoms, messages that, it just, when it becomes so built up over such a long period of time, eventually, you're going to experience some type of symptoms along the way. Now, like I said, detox symptoms come in all shapes and forms for people. It can be anywhere from, like, say, the ear eliminating or leaking a lot, or maybe some dandruff, which is generally dry scalp, which is generally fungal related, and it's just being eliminated through the skin, through the head. Our main eliminative channels, as you know, is like the urine or the skin or the breath. And we do not want to suppress our body's eliminative channels or the ability for the body to do what it must do in order to reach balance and health. So, that's why a lot of these face coverings are so harmful. But I've spoken about this in another video, but we don't want to suppress our main eliminative channel. We don't want to rebreathe back in our body's waste. We want to be free of all that. But so detox symptoms, when they do arise, they can come in all shapes and forms. They can be anything from the skin breaking out to serious mood swings to whatever symptom that arises that wasn't there before, but it arises upon changing your diet to a healthier version. You can almost guarantee that it's something to do with detoxification on one level or another. I mean, there are many stages of detoxification, and the body does tend to, release from different areas at different times, and sometimes it'll dig deeper, and sometimes it'll just be excess surface. But whatever the case is, we don't want to take anything to suppress our body's ability to eliminate. So people say, there are things you can do to relieve, I guess, to make yourself more comfortable and to allow yourself to go through it a little easier. But at the end of the day, and you may want to read the book, The True Healing Art by R.T. Trell. I just read the entire book, which I just have to finish posting the last couple videos now. But I just read the entire book, and this is natural hygiene information. And basically, it's the drug medications and even some of the herbs, some of the strong remedies that humans use that often are the cause of disease, not the actual disease itself. And disease often comes about, it does come about as a cleansing process. The body needs to release and cleanse, and so it uses symptoms, disease, as its main avenue to do so, because the point of elimination and detoxification is to get that toxic waste that is built up within out. And how does this waste come out? Well, it doesn't just come out on its own, unfortunately. I mean, it would if we were just eating our species-specific diet and we weren't, suppressing our body's ability to eliminate at every turn by eating 3 meals a day, 2 big meals that we're not designed to eat, meals that cause the body to go into such a digestive crisis, because some of these foods that we eat take an upward of even 24 hours to digest if it's a very, very complex meal, right? So you want to supply the body with digestive rest and the species appropriate foods. And when we do this, then the body can do what it was designed to do, because we've created the correct environment within, and the body can begin to eliminate. And these eliminations scare people. They do. Eliminations scare people because they are symptoms that arise which causes us to think something is wrong, that we're doing something wrong. But really, you need to look a little further into things. It's not necessarily something that we're doing wrong right now. It may be that we're doing something right finally, and all that we've done wrong for the past 10, 20, 30, 40, however old you are, years ago, is finally getting a chance to release, to eliminate, because the body doesn't want to be full of toxins and acids and waste and mucus and all this toxic sludge, as somebody put it the other day. The body doesn't want to have all this residing within, and at any chance that it gets, upon the right conditions, basically, it will do what it can to release. And that's why people are always walking around with some type of symptom going on, whether it's athlete's foot because they are so full of fungus, or, even the dandruff is just so full of fungus, or just all these issues that arise regularly in the average person, just from their daily habits and lifestyle choices. All these symptoms that arise are still a form of detoxification, the body trying to release, despite all the wrong dietary choices and lifestyle habits that one has. So I guess it's just a matter of realizing or knowing or learning what the body is doing. And once you learn exactly what is going on, then there is no fear in the known. The fear is just in the unknown. So we fear that which we do not understand. But if we understand it, we can go through it with ease, let the body do what it has to do, go through it. I can't tell you how many symptoms that arose during my journey. I mean, I've been on this journey now 8 years. I'll be going on 9 years. And I've been off all animal products, all eggs, all, processed fast foods, oils, just anything that's harmful to the body, really. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying that I've eliminated the main disease-forming culprits from my diet. And in the first couple years upon doing this, I healed everything that I was dealing with. Now, was it easy? No, it wasn't easy. So many symptoms arose, and I went through a lot of tough times. But because I had gained a full understanding of what was going on within the body, I did not fear it. I went through it. I owned my pain like a champ. And when the body was finished eliminating or releasing in that manner, it was, over. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to suppress the symptoms, because when we do suppress the symptoms, when we take something for them, we just drive those symptoms deeper within. And then the body must deal with them at a later date, likely when they become even more advanced. So it's best to just go through it as soon as possible, because there are stages to disease. They start out acute, then subacute, and then they can become chronic. And then when they become degenerative, well, that's really difficult to turn around, right? You can still turn it around in a chronic stage. It's best to catch stuff in an acute or subacute stage. Anyways, I'm at a park and it's really noisy here, so I'm going to end it there. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that detoxification symptoms and what to expect during healing. And then you can even go through a healing crisis, which is where, like I went through one healing crisis. One example is when my jaw started hurting so bad, and then suddenly it was like swelling up, and this happened over a course of an entire week, where it got really big and my gums hurt and I couldn't eat. I could only, take some liquids, and I could barely chew. This was the body telling me that I needed digestive rest, that the body did not want any solid food. I knew at that point. I understood it. I didn't go running to a guy in a white coat. I didn't go running to a second or third party opinion. I just knew that my body would go through it in its own time, and that I just had to deal with that. And that was my own, I guess you could say, I don't like to use the word karma, but it's just that's what I had to pay for my past sins. Because any of these issues that arise don't generally arise just from what you're doing today. It's generally from things that you had been ingesting and doing long ago, and it's old built up stagnant lymphatic waste, and it wants out. So I went through my swollen face and jaw, and I even went through major feverish type time where I was actually going delirious one night because the fever was so high. But I didn't worry about it, because I know the body can handle, for adults, like fevers of like 103, no problem. For babies, it's like up to 105, Dr. Morris states. And fevers are just the body's way of killing off pathogens and making things right in the body. And so it's not the worst thing you can do is to suppress a fever. Never want to suppress a fever. I mean, you want to keep the body comfortable and very hydrated, and let the body go through that. And that's what we are not used to doing as a society, because we've been so taught to just take something for everything, and that everything is like a really big deal. You can die from a fever. No, people die from the treatments. You can die from the pneumonia. People die from the treatments. You can die from the measles. People die from the treatments. Come on, people, we need to wake up. Like, it's gone on far too long, you know? The medical industry gets all the credits for all that they are doing to harm people, you know? Like, we're seeing things in an opposite way. And we think, oh, when they came through that pneumonia, that the doctor saved them. No, they actually lived despite the treatments that could have killed them. And they probably would have lived if they just went through the pneumonia. But nobody ever just goes through it. So how are we ever going to know? But when I read our T. Trowell MD, written in the early 1800s, and he was talking about all the remedies that they were supplying to the patients and how the remedies were actually killing the patients, and nobody was the wiser. Everyone thinks that the doctors are the heroes when somebody actually lives through the assault that they inflict upon the body through the remedies and the medications. Wow, it's an eye-opener. Anyway, so happy healing, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe so I can be inspired to make more videos. And please subscribe to my website. I am trying to do regular blog posts and get out some good information and on health and healing and detoxification. So happy healing, everyone, and just go through your symptoms so that the body can just heal them once and for all, and so you don't have to deal with them at a later date. Take care.